What's up everybody, we're back with another video. Now, in today's video, as you guys can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about water changes. More importantly, I'm going to be playing to my strengths. What does that mean? So before we get into today's video, please go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, ding the notification bell, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram where you guys can get daily updates on what's going on here, the pond, and with the turtles. So, playing to my strengths. Now, a lot of people in the last few weeks especially have been telling me to play to my strengths. This is mostly in the case of applying for jobs, because I just graduated, or almost, and I'm not looking for jobs. But every time they say that, I look at them and I'm like, the only thing I can do is be lazy. So, if being lazy is my strength, how do I apply that to real world life? The real world. So, one thing you know I do is I do water changes on this tank. Obviously, I mean, I have to. But the way I do them is I use a big old bucket. I get a nice pump. Where is it? It's in here. I get a tube, siphon water out of the tank into a bucket, take it to the door, and I dump it outside. So, what have I decided to do? I think it's pretty smart. I mean, thinking about it now, I could have done it a bit better, but I'm not going to complain. Let's just see if it works. Shoot. I decided to play to my strengths. I got a pump. Can you stop making so much bloody noise? Thank you. This is a 1,400 litre an hour pump that I got from All Pond Solution. And I got a 5 meter long hose, so I can plop this in the tank and the hose will run outside through the window and I don't have to worry about carrying buckets anymore. The reason for this is because it's now starting to warm up, especially this week. It's gotten really nice on the 20 degrees Celsius. And so water changes on this tank are starting to increase. So I'm going to be starting to do 50% water changes because as this room warms up, the temperature in this tank warms up. So as you can see, this is now at 27 degrees. The thermometer is on off. This heater is on off. And the reason is, this heat is still on. But, I think, what's this? Oh, wow, that's why. This heat is set to... I actually don't know what this heat is set to, but I need to turn this heater down. But this heater is off. So there's only one heater running this entire aquarium. And this aquarium is 700 liters. So it's definitely not just because of the heater, it's also probably because the temperature in this room is increasing, so it's gone up to 27 degrees. Which means that these guys are going to become more hungry, they're going to produce more waste, everything's going to break down faster, so larger water changes are going to be needed to actually clear this tank. So from now onwards I'm going to be doing 50% water changes whilst the tanks are warm. 50% water change is going to be great, because, you know, it's just going to help to liven up the whole tank. And plus the water outside that comes from the hose is also not going to be that cold, so it's not going to bring the water temperature down. Usually the temperature in the tank goes from 25 degrees Celsius to 23. In the winter times it can drop down to 18, so I reduced my water change levels and feeding so that it wouldn't drop so far, so it wouldn't temperature shock the fish. But now I don't mind if it jumps down to 23, because in the wild what would happen is, even though the water might be sitting at like anywhere from 25 to 27 degrees, when it rains, it's going to cool down the water quite a bit. Even if it's by a degree or two, the water will definitely cool down. And if it's raining constantly for a few days, you know, the overall temperature will drop and then go back up again. So these fish are, you know, fish are able to withstand temperature changes on a period basis, not like daily. But they are able to withstand it. So they can deal with the temperature going down a bit. So, since I'm so lazy and I can't be bothered to try and drain this halfway through and lift the buckets all the way there, I decided to get a pump, throw it in, and let the hose run out that window. So usually it takes about an hour to do water changes. It might take the same amount of time, but it'll just be a lot easier. So let's go ahead and start these water changes. we're back. What can I say? Definitely made a huge difference draining that tank out. It took, 15 minutes or so to drain it down to 15%. Filling it back up did take a bit longer, but overall, I managed to get this done. I got the 4-foot aquarium done. All of these are pretty much done. It's just that last one over there that's filling up. And it's taken me just under 40 minutes. So it has made a difference. Usually it's about an hour to 2 hours, depending really on how much I'm draining from this tank. Again, the temperature is now at 23 degrees, but that was to be expected, especially on a nearly a 50% water change. So that was great. I went ahead and fed the fish as well. I haven't actually fed them in a couple of days. So I thought maybe they'd enjoy that before I filled the water back up again and it got too cold. But yeah, playing to my strengths, This makes my filtration job easier. It means that in terms of water quality, I don't have to worry about it ever spiking or dropping. And replacing the filtration, this thingy, I can go a lot longer without having to change it because it's great for the plants before it hits the water. So that acts like a buffer. Same thing here. What we did was strawberries weren't working out, so we put the pothos in from upstairs, and that's actually doing pretty well. We've also added in some bamboo thingy, the fake bamboo. So as you can see, it's already started to grow towards the window, but yeah. Take a look at these guys. What I'm planning on doing is I have 1, 2, 3 plant pots still in here, and I have some ceramic media, so I might dump some ceramic media into these plant pots and then plant something that grows in the water, like basil or maybe some other plants that we could also try and see if that works. That doesn't work. But yeah, again, all these things are just done to make my life easier. And just waiting for this tank to fill back up again. Let's quickly take a look at the cichlids. They're all doing alright. I say that and they run away. They've all started eating very well, which is great to see. Great quality and very healthy. So really happy with that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Again, it was more of a joke video, but it's just to show you any sort of small changes I've done in the last few days, and maybe even the last few weeks that's gone on. And also just to show you that all the fish are actually doing well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are keeping safe and you're enjoying the weather, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So peace out.